How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to an extra special video because today I will pull the most soul stones in the history of this account. This is my main account, you can see over there, and we do have live as of this morning the Hothead Deck of Fate. So this is the new Deck of Fate in which you're guaranteed to get fragments for Raphael, and if you have enough to guarantee a whole deck flip, you're gonna get him. And the really cool thing also is he's going to be a fragment fusion, so you can save him for a champ chase when you need him. If you don't flip the whole deck, of course it's possible, but it's going to be very, very hard to get him without flipping the whole thing or nearly the whole thing. Now, one thing I want to get out of the way at the very beginning, this is so important, I thought about making a whole video on it, but then I was like, that'd be a really short video. I can just fit it into this one. It is important though, and that's going to be how hard it is to earn points outside of pulling soul stones. So this is a fairly standard spread of points for a soul stone dungeon diving hybrid Deck of Fate. We do see this a lot. You can see for rank 6 at mythical, the highest you can get, that's going to be 25 of these. What are they calling these? I don't know. Pizza slices. That's the currency. Just think of it as the event currency. But yeah, aside from that, if you get a rank 6 legendary or if you get a rank 5 mythical, it's 25. And then everything else is basically 21 or less, basically under 20. And I say all this to make the point that on average, you will spend more energy than the points you are getting. This is quite different than a path. It's not the most efficient way to use your energy. Now, if you're going to use your energy anyway, or you're very light on soul stones and you want to try to get this done through energy, sure, you can, but be prepared to have to spend like 50,000 energy. That's what it would be. So I've done a fairly decent bit, nothing crazy, but you can see here I already have 3,014 pizza slices. I have done more energy since I was tracking everything diligently, but I did track how many pizza slices I was able to earn over my first 3,000 energy spent, split between Spider 20 and Spider Hard 10. I was trying to figure out which was more efficient. Spider 20 was more efficient. However, with that 3,000 energy, it was like exactly 3,000. I got 2,454 points. So that is not the best ratio in the world. We can do a quick conversion and you can see per energy spent, I'm getting about 0.8 points. So the conversion of your energy into these pizza slices, these pizza points, the event currency, it's gonna be 80%. I take the amount of energy you have, 80% of that will be the pizza slices. So you would need just about 50,000 energy to get your 40,000 slices. So you could flip all 40 cards. You can see here a card flip, as always, costs 1,000 of the event currency. So I kind of want to get this out in the beginning and say, if you don't have a lot of soul stones to pull and you're not sitting on an absolutely titanic supply of energy, I think this just might not be for you, unfortunately. You have had a while to save, and I actually can tell you that too. The last time I pulled my soul stones was on July 8th. I posted the video on July 9th, and this marked the last time we had a guaranteed champion available through a Deck of Fate. This time it was Grokos Turndrake, and you can see July 8th, July 9th. That was just over 3 months ago. So this puts things in pretty interesting perspective. You can see at that time I did get it done. It was an easier thing in terms of points per soul stone. It was an easier deck to complete. I had 104 mortal soul stones, 15 immortal, and 1 eternal. We have many, many more today, but we are getting a little bit less bang for our buck. You can see 1 mortal soul stone is going to be 70, an immortal is 700, and eternal is 3,500. For Grokos, that one 80, 800, and 4,000. All in all, though, I think this is on the fairer side of what we could have expected. And if you're like me and you haven't really done any soulstone pulling since that Grokos event, you might be sitting on a pretty nice pile. So I've never bought a soulstone in my life. I never would. I do probably have a couple more because I spend energy more in tournaments as a moderate spender, falling on a budget $150 a month. So I more commonly can pick up immortal soulstones and mortal soulstones through events and tournaments. But I do think this is a pretty realistic amount you could expect to save when you're in the mid game like me. Now, there are 2 ways we can get this done, and I think I'm gonna go for the more conservative way, and I'll do a little break in case of emergency on the last days of this event if I have to. Remember, we still have over 3.5 days left in this event. So to me, the more conservative way is I'm gonna pull all of my mortal soul stones, all of my immortal. I'm gonna show you in my calendar really quick in a second exactly how many points that will be, and then I'm gonna try to complete the rest of the event just by using my daily available free energy and see if we can fill in the gaps. This should get me pretty far though, and if you want to use the calendar, you can go to the description of this video and you'll see it links there. I can reveal the values. I've adjusted them. I speculated it would be 8,800, 4,000. Instead, it's 7,700, 3,500. So you can just make a copy of this, adjust it as you need. Or if you haven't made a copy yet from yesterday, just use this version because it's now correct and no adjustment. Just make the copy so you can put in your own quantities. Speaking of putting in your own quantities, we're going to do that for myself now. And we get to 29,400. If I was to use my one Eternal, that would bring us to 32,900. And you can see I actually have a good amount of these coins. I'm nearly at enough to buy 2 Eternals, so I could do that as well. However, what I want to try to do is get the event done with these 30,000 or so points. I already have the 3,000 I farmed up today, and I'm hoping over the next 3 days, I can farm up the remaining 7,000. If I need to, I could pull an Eternal, but actually what I'm very likely going to do is as we pull these souls, and it'll be the same for you, you're going to get souls for undesirable champions, souls you don't want to use. So then you just go to your collection, sell them off, get more coins, rinse and repeat. If you're in a spot where you can get to 30K, heck, probably even 25K, if you stay on top of this, you can get this done. All right, the preamble is over. Without further ado, let's get this done. I've not pulled soul stones in over 3 months. This is my wish list. At the time of filming, I think I'll probably keep this. I'm light on a lot of these souls. Feels like a good spot to me. And actually what I'm going to do here, I don't really use Magnar, and I did recently pull Godseeker and Neri. Let's actually take him out and let's put in Godseeker. That feels like a better use. And without further ado, the soul stone summoning begins. Wow, start with a mythical. That's a cool moment. I don't have any mythicals, but Toshiro, great champion. Wow, legendary. Let's go. Tagoar. Tagoar you can use to power up Ramantu, I believe. That's probably how I would use him. This is what we got. Nothing too interesting here. Looks like I got to make some soul space. Is that what that is? All right, I got up to 51 slots something. Let's pull 50. Also, that's another thing. As you're pulling, you're going to get currency and currency and currency. You can really keep this thing cycling. You can put a real dent in it. So let's see. Can we get like one special soul today? Something pretty cool. Double wish list, triple wish list, all very, very low. I'm going to sell all of that, unfortunately. That's kind of cool. All right, not quadruple wish list. The wish list, sorry, quintuple. I didn't even see the other bellower. I already have a 2-star Fenax. I guess that's something I can sell then. And yeah, I need 3 stars or higher for these things. But hey, cool to see that the wish list is working. There's no raid up or anything right now, so we really can't expect too much. I'm just hoping for that one lucky soul or two. And there it is already. 3-star Godseeker. That's pretty cool. Don't even know who Zarguna is. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. Who is Zarguna? Another mythical. Wow. Nell. Godseeker, though, 3-star. That already feels pretty good. I actually wonder if I should take her out. Did not mean to just skip there. Let's see if we got anything interesting. Not really. Not really. Should I leave Godseeker in? I think 3-star is going to be pretty solid for Godseekers. So actually, I decided I want to put in Creadin. There we go. Creadin the blue. All right. So, I mean, that's already a pretty cool pickup. Nothing mind-blowing, but it's cool. Let's keep it moving. See what we get. I don't think we've gotten any souls above a 3-star yet. Oh, there's a wish list snip track. We'll take that. We need a base awakening for him. We also got a 2-star stock. Don't have stock, but Snick Track I like a lot. I actually probably should be doing a swap out here. Yeah, we're going to swap him out. Not that the 1-star changes so much, but in hindsight, I feel like Rotos would be better. I only have a 1-star right now for Rotos too. So let's toss him in there. Let's keep it moving. Let's settle in. Let's try to get in a good rhythm here. Let's see. Uragrim. I've got a 3-star for Uragrim. Yoshi the Drunkard. Fenax, will take that for sure. That is an upgrade. I will leave him in, though, because I would like 5-star for Fenax. Another mythical. The mythical rates are kind of crazy, I feel. We got Ashnar. Again, that doesn't really move the needle for us, but that's pretty cool. Time for me to make some space. Give me 1 second. There's another legendary. Is it big time? Tatsu? Not exactly. There it is, baby. We got one huge hit, and that is it. And the Feral. I don't think I have anything for Feral. That's awesome. That is huge. 5-star Fenax is huge. Oh, let's go. That is a huge souls pickup. The session feels pretty good already. I mean, to me, like the hardest hitting epic, at least that I have in the game. Phenomenal kit. Will age incredibly well with the account, and we now have his 5-star soul. That is major. is very, very major. I actually want to quickly see if I even have... I didn't have any soul for my Feral. Still need to build him, but he's top of my list, and now we've got some soul for him, so that's pretty dang cool. All right, with that 5-star soul, we can take Fenax out. Almost certainly not going to get better than that. 6 stars, a pipe dream. Let's take him out now, and we're going to pop in Thalesia. There she is. All right, keep on trucking. Let's go, baby. And just look how we're stacking up these coins all of a sudden. Not too shabby. All right, 120 to go. We're not even close to halfway done, and then we have the 23 mortals. Achak. Ooh, another mythical. Arbice, another legendary. Eric's, we'll get her one day. Many moons from now. 3-star Burangiri is pretty cool. I only recently just pulled another legendary. Panda. Another 10 pop and C. Get. There we go, 2-star Veno. I don't know if I already had her 1 or 2-star. Double check that right space in 1 moment. Sakara and the Alika business, not the Sakara business. This should be our last temple before the housekeeping. Bone Knight action, little raid mascot. Geo. A lot of low stars when you don't have these raid-ups. There's a 3-star Creodin, though. That is pretty cool. All right, let us continue. I did check, and that Venom Mage was an upgrade. We only had a 1-star soul, so that was our first 2-star. Catacomb. Gorlos. These feel like pretty easy sells. SB. Moving. Oh, wow, I did the quick thing again accidentally. Crixia, another mythical. Wow. Anything else good hiding in here? Templar, we'll probably keep that. That's could be a very cheeky rare for certain pieces of content. Probably keep that 3-star Muckstalker as well. But that's, I think, going to be it. Let's do our last 10 pull before, once again, I'm going to go make a little space. Deity. Never pulled Deity. I've always wanted another legendary. Raglan. Recently buffed Raglan. Okay, we're back. Uugo. Maybe that's an upgrade? I don't think so. That is an upgrade for Bellower, though. We hit the Sun Wukong finally, but it is a 1-star, which is we're either stuck at 1 or 2. Let's do a quick one here. Let's see. Okay. Yasu. Creodin, but a 3-star. Whisper's kind of cool. I think I had a 3-star Whisper. I don't own Whisper yet. Very good chance to keep your eyes open for. Quick. Double legendary. Don't own either of them. Anything else? We got the big, beautiful girl right here. And there's a 4-star Cold Heart, so that's definitely something. Okay, we can continue. I did see we pulled a Terex 5-star sold. So that's our second 5-star of the day. That's a Gizmac. Brilliant if we had him. There's a 5-star Retainer we'll get to sell. Broadmont I'll probably keep. Good 4-star Wuji. That was a pretty cool 10 pull. Got Vlad. We got Cold Heart, who we already got to 4-star. We picked up a few upgrades that last bunch. We got Cold Heart up. We got Bellower up. We got Uugo up. So little baby steps. Not too shabby. Let's see. Other legendary, let's quick click. Diamant, another legendary and another mythical. That's a 2-star Sun Wukong. I think that might be the upgrade. Let's take the quickest peek together, and it is. All right, honestly, we use Sun Wukong so much, we'll take anything we get. So we finished the Mortal Soulstones. Some pretty cool stuff to show. Nothing mind-blowing. The Fenax 5-star was awesome, and there were a lot of good upgrades sprinkled everywhere. This is where we're hoping for a big hit. We've got 23 Immortal Soulstones. We're pulling all of them. Without further ado, let's see. Let's get like one good 5-star soul. Okay, come on, baby. King Wong. Oh, what we're looking for. Arshawn, not too bad. Don't know if I'll keep it. 6-star Eris feels pretty spicy. First 6-star of the day. I feel like that's one we'll hang on to. She could come back around. However, didn't feel great. All right, next and last 10 pull of our Immortals. Let's see it. A mythical 3-star Androck. Keep in mind, we have no mythicals on this account. A 5-star Basilisk. Another mythical. 4-star Mikage feels incredible. Right when I started playing, I still don't have Mikage, but I'm very close. I'm 2 champions away, 2 epics. And right when I started playing, there's a chant training tournament to get Mikage's soul. And I underestimated how much time I needed to push. So I had the energy, but I just ran out of time. And I was like 3K short in the tournament. I lost like 23K to 20. He wasn't pushing. That was for a 5-star soul. Obviously, a 5-star soul would be better, but picking up that 4-star soul, it's pretty dang nice because that's the only mythical we know we're going to eventually get, hopefully sooner rather than later. Okay, we can do 3 singles here, and then we'll do a little check-in exactly where we left things. Be a 3-star Born. That was a very recent fusion rare. I want to say that was during Fabian. 5-star Dolar. All right. Dolor. We finish off with an epic. Can be someone good. Okay, a 6-star Vala. Crazy. We finish off with our second 6-star of the day. You know, this is kind of why I don't care when it comes to waiting to pull your soulstones. It's just, it never feels good. You know, unless you're doing thousands, I'm sure. Might as well wait and get the guaranteed thing, which here is going to be Raphael. I'll do a little sell-up, but you can see even before that, we're in pretty stellar shape. I mean, we're coming in there with 2 more mortals, 3 more immortals, close to 4. I didn't have to touch my eternals. We're getting closer and closer to being able to buy a second eternal, so we'd be at 3 total if we bought those 2. And I think it's a good place to stop. You know, we still have these 3 days and 14 hours remaining. We have 32,000 points, just about 32,500. Can we get 7,500 more? I think for sure. Otherwise, we can just pull the immortals that we need to do. And once I do that last bunch of sell-off from the soul collection, we'll get it done. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to wait to flip that until I have 1,000, until I can do the whole thing. But that is what it's like, at least for me, to pull soulstones. It is all right. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet playing Raid, use my link in the description, the top and comment to download today. It's the best link in the land for Insane Champions almost immediately, including Deacon Armstrong, literally immediately, waiting for you over here in your mailbox. Share with your mother. I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.